So first, let's begin with the period. Period P, this is equal to the period of the cotangent function pi divided by the coefficient of this x. So that is 2. So the period is pi over 2. And let's first find the fundamental cycle. After we draw the graph of this function in the fundamental cycle, we may just copy it and then repeat it in another cycle. Okay, so you may just need to draw the graph in one cycle and then repeat this shape for another cycle. So to find the values of x which complete one cycle, the fundamental cycle, we net the 2x plus pi greater than 0 and less than pi, because the fundamental cycle of the cotangent x is from the 0 to pi. Now let's solve this inequality for x. So we just subtract the pi from each part. Then we get, okay, negative pi less than 2x and less than 0. Then we divide each part by 2. Then we get negative half pi less than x and less than 0. Okay, so now we find the fundamental cycle for this cotangent of 2x plus pi. So now let's get the 3 key points for this fundamental cycle. And to determine the 3 key points, we set this stuff inside this parenthesis, 2x plus pi equal to pi over 4 equal to half pi and equal to 3 pi over 4. So if the 2x plus pi over 4 equal to 2x plus pi equal to the pi over 4, then we get the (2x) equal to negative 3 pi over 4, right? And then we get x equal to negative 3 pi over 8. So then first we form such order pairs. So we have the negative 3 pi over 8. We know when the input is equal to the pi over 4, the tangent is equal to 1, right? So that means when the x is equal to the negative 3 pi over 8, you plug it into this 1, then you get the cotangent of the pi over 4 equal to 1. So first we get this order pair. Then for another one, we have the 2x plus pi equal to half pi, right? Then this just implies you have 2x equal to negative half pi, and then you get x equals negative pi over 4. And we know cotangent of half pi is equal to 0, right? So that means we have the order pair negative pi over 4 and 0. If you plug in this negative pi over 4 into here, you get the cotangent of half pi, and cotangent of half pi is equal to 0. So we get this order pair. And if we set the 2x plus pi equal to 3 pi over 4, then we get 2x equal to negative pi over 4, right? 3 pi over 4 minus pi, you get the negative pi over 4. Divide both sides by 2, you get the x equal to negative pi over 8, right? Then we get another order pair, so that is a negative pi over 8 and the negative 1, because cotangent of the 3 pi over 4 is equal to negative 1. So now after we find the 3 key points, and also we find the vertical asymptotes. So actually, we may find the 2 vertical asymptotes corresponding to the fundamental cycle in such a way. So we set the 2x plus pi equal to 0. Then this just get from here we just get the 2x equal to negative pi. Then x is equal to negative half pi. So this is the one vertical asymptote. If we set the 2x plus pi equal to pi, then we get the 2x equal to 0. Then we get the x equal to 0. So the fundamental cycle for this function is from the negative half pi to 0, right? We get this here, negative half pi to 0. So let's first draw the two vertical asymptote and another vertical asymptote. Then let's get the graph of this guy in the fundamental cycle is like this, with plotting those several. Let me draw this. And then you can also draw, okay, just repeat this graph in this cycle. And then done. Then in this way you find the graph of this cotangent of the 2x plus pi. And we'll continue to talk about the graphs of other two trigonometric functions.